In today's show, Bitcoin whales bought the dip as orders for 100,000 or more hit new all-time highs. Also, the Bitcoin market cap now back above $1 trillion as the Bitcoin price cracks the major resistance as analysts now eye 70K as destiny. That's right. Also in today's episode, Coinbase reportedly hits pre-IPO valuation of $100 billion in private auction. Also checking out the latest from Max Kaiser. He tweeted, "Gold is the poor man's Bitcoin. As availability for Bitcoin dries up, those hoping to escape inflation will be forced to buy gold." And as Blokeport points out, 25 publicly traded companies now hold a total of 178,855 Bitcoin worth $9.6 billion on their balance sheets, and we're only just getting started. Also in today's episode, the Real Vision CEO Raoul Pal says Bitcoin and crypto will soar to a $100 trillion market cap. That's right, the macroeconomics guru Raoul Pal believes the market cap of Bitcoin and crypto can soar at least 100x from its current valuation of about $1.7 trillion. I'll be breaking all this down for you in today's show. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. As you can see, Bitcoin breaking out above $54,000. Ethereum and all the major altcoins are in the green. But where's the Bitcoin price likely to go from here? Find out all this, plus so much more in today's show. Here at Crypto News Alerts, I drop a brand new episode every single day, so be sure to smash that subscribe button, that's right, and turn on all notifications to receive daily premium Crypto News Alerts every single day, just like this. And before I kick off today's show, today's episode is brought to you by our sponsor, BlockFi, where you can put your crypto to work. They paid out over $35 million in interest in the month of February, including 450 Bitcoin, 5,000 Ethereum, and $6 million in stablecoins. They're paying out a 6% annual percentage yield on Bitcoin, 5.25% on Ethereum, and 9.3% on USDT. They also have a special promo running right now where you can get up to a $250 crypto bonus with a deposit of $25 or more. All you got to do is click that link right down below. It'll take you here. Then click this yellow button that says sign up. And holy moly, signups are currently disabled. We're experiencing high demand for new account signups, which requires us to temporarily pause onboarding new clients. All I'm saying is they are booming right now. If you can take advantage of it, do so. Click the link right down below and let's start stacking those sats. Shall we? All right, welcome back to another episode of Crypto News Alerts. I'm your host, JV. Bitcoin is back above 54,000. We're not far away from a new all-time high, and Bitcoin whales bought the dip as orders for 100,000 or more hit all-time highs. Let's break it down, shall we? Bitcoin whales and institutions alike have made the most of the recent Bitcoin price dip, buying up big. Data suggests that's right. How many of you took advantage of this dip? Let me know in the comments below. And an update on March 9th, on-chain analytics service Material Indicators noted that buy orders of $100,000 and higher on Binance, the biggest crypto exchange by volume worldwide, are reaching new all-time highs. That's right, because big Bitcoin buyers do not hesitate. In stark contrast to orders worth less than $100,000, larger buys are more frequent than ever before in Bitcoin's history. Smaller allocations have plummeted in 2021, matching an existing narrative that institutions are scooping up liquidity on exchanges, which surfaced during the recent bull run. Check out this tweet right here from Material Scientist. The $100,000 to $1 million class is now also about to make a new all-time high, meaning they bought the dip. Now, Material Indicators previously voiced concerns about this week's price rise, arguing that whales could sell into the surge, producing a repeat of the run to the $58,000 all-time highs and a subsequent 25% correction. While this has so far not come to pass, analysts also noted that macroeconomic factors were also having a different impact to which was expected. Whale orders declined after news that the United States' $1.9 trillion stimulus package has passed the Senate, while China providing support to tech stocks had the opposite effect. As Cointelegraph reported, tech had led a dramatic change of fortunes on equity markets. Now, 54,500 surge followed after the major Coinbase buy, which I'm going to be breaking down in great detail a little later here in the show. So another batch of nearly 12,000 Bitcoin left. Professional trading platform Coinbase Pro as an example of major Bitcoin allocations continuing at its current prices. Checking out this tweet from Lex Mavosky, another huge batch of 11,554 Bitcoin has left Coinbase. That happened just before the recent surge in price. Nice coincidence, as you can see on your screen, brought to you by Glass last node, analytics. And it's also important to point out that Bitcoin just hit a 2-week high of 54,500 earlier today on Tuesday. And zooming out, the increasing institutional involvement around Bitcoin could fuel its entry as a standard for investors alongside traditional plays. We do think it will behave, actually, I would say more like the fixed income markets, believe it or not. Kathy Wood, founder and CEO of ARK Invest Management, told CNBC this week, while the Binance order book showed the next major Bitcoin resistance for the bulls at around $58,000, which is the all-time high, as well as $59,500. Let me know if you feel we're likely to break out to a new all-time high this week. Holla at your boy in the comments right down below. And before I break down our next story of the day, Bitcoin price cracks a major resistance as analysts eyes 70K, calling it destiny, as well as Coinbase reportedly hitting a pre-IPO valuation of $100 billion in a private auction, as well as the Real Vision CEO Raoul Pal saying Bitcoin and crypto will soar to a $100 trillion market cap and explaining why that is. First, let's take a quick look at the overall crypto market cap. Bitcoin up 7.66%, trading just above $54,100. We have Ethereum up 6.5%, trading above $1,820. BNB up a whopping 17%, trading at $272. Chainlink up 6.5%, trading at about $31. And Polkadot up 7%, trading just above $36. All right, now let's break down our next story of the day. Bitcoin tackled the pivotal 52K resistance overnight on March 9th to come within 6% of historical all-time highs. As you can see right here on your screen, this is the 1-hour Bitcoin chart. Checking out this tweet from Holger, he wrote, Bitcoin jumps above 54,000, aided by more signs of institutional interest in the largest cryptocurrency. Institutional interest sets the latest bull run apart from 2017's retail-driven surge. Goldman says much of the institutional demand has been driven by fears around the asset devaluation. That's right, and he was referencing findings from Goldman Sachs, which among other things also revealed that 40% of its own clients already had exposure to cryptocurrencies. The institutional picture became even more bullish on Monday after one of Norway's richest people launched a Bitcoin-focused spin-off firm using Bitcoin as its sole treasury asset, as I covered in great detail in yesterday's episode. Bitcoin can be verified, divided, reassembled, stored, and transported at virtually no cost. It's the perfect scarce digital asset by design, K-Gel wrote in a widely circulated shareholder letter, quoting him right here. All that's required to keep the network running is allocating the cheapest electricity in the world. Electricity secures the network. No trusted parties or people with guns are needed. I call that progress. Touche. Elsewhere, hodlers were watching a bullish setup unfold in Bitcoin's daily moving average convergence divergence, known as the MACD indicator, which on Monday was primed to repeat behavior which previously resulted in February's March to 58,300, setting new record highs. Destiny awaits, Cointelegraph Markets analyst Phil Philb added in an update to his Telegram channel subscribers, highlighting a target area of $70,000 and higher using the Fibonacci levels. I also like to point out that Max Kaiser's short-term target is also 77,000 here in the short term. And before I break down our next story of the day, Coinbase reportedly hitting a pre-IPO valuation of $100 billion in a private auction. And I shared the latest from Max Kaiser as well as Blokeport and Real Vision CEO Raoul Pal saying Bitcoin and crypto will soar to a $100 trillion market cap. Let's first take a quick look at the overall crypto market cap, sitting at almost $1.7 trillion, which is virtually a new all-time high, with $133 billion in volume in the past 24 hours. Current Bitcoin dominance sitting at 60.3% and Ethereum dominance at 12.6%. And as you can see, the Bitcoin market cap sitting just above $1 trillion. Now checking out the top gainers within the top 100, we have Chili's up 100% for the day and 350% for the week, trading above 28 cents. Terra up about 29%, trading at $11. Near Protocol up almost 28%, trading at $5.34. And Decentraland up 23% for the day and 101% for the week, trading just above 55 cents. Now checking out the top losers within the top 100, we have Voyager token down almost 5%, trading at about $5.50. Yearn Finance up 14% for the week, but down almost 1% for the day, trading just above 39,600. And as you can see, the rest of the market is virtually all in the green as the entire crypto market continues to pump. All right, now let's break down our next story of the day. Prominent Bitcoin and crypto exchange Coinbase could be headed for an IPO valuation of $100 billion after shares reportedly sold for up to $375 each in a private auction. Shares in Coinbase Global reportedly traded for a price between $350 and $375 per unit as the NASDAQ private auction market last week, giving the company a pre-IPO valuation of between $90 and $100 billion, according to a report by Bloomberg. Trading reportedly ended at the share price of $350. A Coinbase Series E funding round in 2018 first saw the stock valued at a potential $8 billion. That valuation increased as shares were then privately traded at a price of $200 on a private forum created by Coinbase in January. The company was deemed to hold a valuation of roughly $50 billion at that time. The price of privately traded shares is partly used to set as a reference price for the stock when companies finally go public on the NASDAQ platform. Coinbase announced its intention to launch an initial public offering in mid-2020 before filing registration with the SEC in December. And having launched in 2012, Coinbase represents one of the most long-standing cryptocurrency exchanges in the business. It currently processes the second most trade volume among centralized exchanges and was recently revealed to store coins with a value equating to 11% of the total crypto market cap for its customers. Bloomberg, which claimed to have received the latest share prices from an anonymous source, notes that the pre-IPO market activity is not always an accurate representation of how the stock will trade when it goes live. Restrictive trade volumes in private markets don't accurately convey live, open market conditions. So there you have it. And before I break down the latest from Max Keiser, Blokeport, as well as the Real Vision CEO Raoul Pal, saying Bitcoin and crypto will soar to a $100 trillion market cap. First, I want to remind you to smash that show more button right below this video in the description for a detailed analysis of what's going on in the crypto market. This goes for all 700 plus videos right here on my YouTube channel. Also, some very helpful resources for you to plug into, including my daily letter, which goes out to over 30,000 subscribers every single day. To subscribe, visit letter.cryptonewsalerts.net. Also have a blog I update daily, which could be found at cryptonewsyes.com. Also, be sure to smash that subscribe button to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this. You can also find me on all the major podcasting platforms, from Spotify, the home of the Joe Rogan Experience, to Apple's iTunes. You can also follow me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is Crypto News. Yes, and for those of you active on Facebook, I do have a private crypto Facebook group entitled Crypto Alchemy. To join it, click this link, request to join. I'll be sure to plug you in. And for those of you active on Telegram as I am, I do have a private crypto Telegram chat, which is uncensored. To join it, click this link. You'll automatically be added, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you personally on the inside. All right, now let's check out the latest from Max Keiser. He tweeted, "Gold is the poor man's Bitcoin. As availability for Bitcoin dries up, those hoping to escape inflation will be forced to buy gold." That's right. I mean, with gold, what is it? Less than $2,000 an ounce. One Bitcoin, currently 54,000. I believe he's right. Gold is the poor man's Bitcoin. Sorry, Peter Schiff. It is what it is. Max also recently tweeted, "Beautiful. The Bitcoin protocol working exactly as designed. Global FOMO kicking in. $77,000 short term. Incoming $220,000 in 2021, on track." Let me know if you agree or disagree with his bullish price predictions. Now let's check out the latest from Blokeport, who wrote 25 publicly traded companies now hold a total of 178,855 Bitcoin worth $9.6 billion on their balance sheets. That's right. Let's check it out right here. We can see MicroStrategy leading the pack with 91,000 plus Bitcoin, then Tesla with 48,000 Bitcoin, Galaxy Digital Holdings with 16,400 Bitcoin, Square with over 8,000 Bitcoin, and Marathon Digital Holdings with 4,800 plus BTC. And as you can see, this list will continue to grow as we get into the second quarter of 2021. I couldn't be more bullish right now as the corporate FOMO continues, and we are just getting started. Now let's check out the latest from Raoul Pal, who says Bitcoin and crypto will soar to a $100 trillion market cap, and explains why that is. That's right. Macroeconomics guru and Real Vision co-founder Raoul Pal believes that the market cap of Bitcoin and crypto can soar at least 100x from its current valuation of about $1.7 trillion. And a new tweetstorm, the former Goldman Sachs manager, tells his 420,000 followers, hey, happy 420, that many traditional investors fail to see the potential of the crypto markets, as they believe assets often revert back to their mean or their average price over time. Checking out his tweetstorm right here. "I'm finding it fascinating to see traditional finance and business people trying to get their heads around Bitcoin, then other crypto protocols, then DeFi, and now NFTs, which are non-fungible tokens." And he continues, "At every since stage in the rapidly evolving ecosystem, they have used mean-reversionist thinking as opposed to exponential network effect analysis, and therefore everything looks like a bubble or a misallocation of capital. This is how we were all taught in finance. With that thinking, almost everything reverts to a mean of zero, just like Beanie Babies. But that misses the fact that even if some or many projects fail, many others are truly building network effects over time, and that could include 90% S-curve downside in price, but the exponential curve of those that do survive drives them to new heights over time as thousands of projects, all pushing boundaries, go through the same survive or die, and then network effects, the entire ecosystem rises. Then add in the reluctance to want to believe that the metaverse is a real thing, that our digital existence and physical existence are blurring and combining. People fear change in general, so push back, but over time, the change gains trust and acceptance. Much like with the PC and the internet, cynicism gives way to optimism as people understand the change will benefit them. As the internet of value and trust accelerates, it's going to destroy more large old business models than maybe the internet itself. I know this sounds grandiose and hyperbolic, but the total addressable market of the transfer, storage, and accretion of value is the largest and most valuable on earth. And with a prize like that, the digital asset revolution has more than enough incentive to adapt, thrive, and survive in ways we can't yet imagine. And the best thing about this revolution, unlike the internet, is we all get to financially participate with no barriers. This space will not be a $1.7 trillion ecosystem as it is today, but a multi-hundred trillion dollar ecosystem eventually. You can embrace change or fight it, but you owe it to yourself to understand it, as the pace of innovation is going exponential too. So there you have it. Let me know if you agree with the Real Vision CEO that the crypto market cap will turn into a multi-hundred trillion dollar ecosystem. And once it does, where do you feel the Bitcoin price is likely to go? I'm predicting a $1 million Bitcoin price by 2025, but I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments right down below. Now for a quick recap of what I covered with you right here in today's show. Bitcoin whales bought the dip as orders for $100,000 or more hit new all-time highs. As I pointed out, also the $100,000 to $1 million class is now also about to make a new all-time high, meaning they bought the dip. Whales are accumulating and the corporate FOMO continues. Also in today's show, I shared that the Bitcoin price cracks a major resistance now above $54,000 as analysts now eye 70K as destiny. Also in today's show, I shared breaking news. Coinbase reportedly hits pre-IPO valuation of $100 billion in private auction. Also shared the latest from Max Kaiser, who says gold is the poor man's Bitcoin and also says his 77,000 short-term target is in play, as well as 220,000 in 2021, still on track. I also shared the latest from Blokeport, who pointed out the 25 publicly traded companies that now hold 178,855 Bitcoin, worth $9.6 billion on their balance sheets, with MicroStrategy leading the pack. Also in today's show, I shared that Raoul Pal says Bitcoin and crypto will soar to a $100 trillion market cap, and I shared why that is. So where do you feel the Bitcoin price is likely to go from here? Let me know in the comments right down below. Well, that's going to conclude today's show. As always, I appreciate you tuning in and journeying along with me inside this incredible crypto matrix. If you gain value out of today's show, be sure to smash that subscribe button, that's right, and turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this. And real quick, before I go, I want to give a special shout out to our sponsor, BlockFi, where you can put your crypto to work. They paid out over $35 billion in interest in the month of February for a record-breaking month. And besides earning interest on your crypto, they also offer crypto-backed loans where you can get an interest rate as low as 4.5%. You ever wonder, how can I access fiat capital without selling my precious cryptocurrency? Well, look no further, because with BlockFi, they got you covered. You can access liquidity virtually, instantly, and using your crypto as collateral. All you need to do is click that link right down below. And if you could create a new account, you can get up to a $250 crypto bonus with a deposit of $25 or more. I say if you could, because currently new signups are currently disabled, but this could change at any moment. So still click the link below. Try to sign up as soon as you could. Take advantage of this special bonus. So thanks for tuning in. Let's start stacking those sats, and I look forward to seeing you on tomorrow's episode. Peace.